Hello everyone, this is Dante coming to you with a game from ArchNerchio and Mr. TslPolt from Korea, otherwise known as the Daredevil Terran. Now, TslPolt came from Warcraft 3, where he played at the semi-pro level as human, which I'll be honest, never saw a Warcraft 3 game, so I should look into that. But not a whole lot going on. Bunker first. Excuse me. No early expand. Overlord just going out. Checking to see what's going on. So, sorry, before we get into anything, sorry I haven't been casting lately. Had a lot going on with school and more school and just more school. I'm almost done though, so I should be happy for that. Early expand going down, totally standard at the 221 mark. And this is the GSL antique shipyard, so that means that these are forced cross spawns, which is always nice because you know exactly where your opponent's going to be. Orbital coming up, drone going to scout out. See no gas yet at the 16 food. So that usually means there's an early expand, and do we see it? Yeah, just putting it on the low ground. First Marine popping out. Gonna shoot a little bit at the drone. Drone's still gonna get away. Looks like we see a pool coming up for Mr. ArchNerchio. I'd love to see some mech play from TslPolt just because we don't really see that too often. But what we're probably going to see is one rack expand into tanks and medevacs. So we'll see how it goes with a lot of Marine support. First couple Zerglings going to be coming out soon. A Queen coming out of that hatch. The expansion is just about done for ArchNerchio. TslPolt's gonna get that his own expo minin. Only one gas taken, and he is keeping drones in gas, so he might be getting it early. Has he gotten? Nope, he hasn't gotten Zergling speed yet. So we'll see what he does. Yeah, he takes all the drones out of gas just to get Zergling speed. And just finishing up for our expo. Just finishing up for TslPolt. Couple Zerglings gonna poke in, see what they can find. Bunker going up, and I like this placement. When you have a Zerg, basically the more you can cut off and let him not get us around with those Zerglings, the better off you are. Zergling's gonna try and poke in. 3 Marines gonna chase it out. Factory almost done, and that's gonna swap out with the barracks, get some early Hellion pressure. Zergling speed just under a minute before that's done. Hellions are going to come out. The Zerglings are going to try and get around the back. And all just out of range of the bunker, going to snipe off a SCV or 2. Did lose a Zergling in that exchange, so. Queen at the expo. Automation 2000. Roving about. And just constant SCV production, SCV and drone production. Looks like we see a Roach Horn come down, so this could be a Roach all-in. Which I hope it's not. 2 Hellions coming out, probably going to make another 2. Just apply the early Hellion pressure. 2 more barracks coming down. And we do see Stem Pack started. And does Polt know about this? He does not know about the Roach Warren, so hopefully you can get that done. 4 Hellions coming in, 3rd going down for Nerchio. And we see 4 Roaches coming into play. Queen's gonna ward off those 2 Hellions, not without taking them a little bit of damage on their own. And the wall off is started with supply depots. We'll see how well that is. No third coming down for the Terran. Couple reactors and double upgrades going up for Terran. No starport, or actually is he gonna start it? Yep, starport started. So he's gonna be going with a medevac marine mixture, just the marines, which if he stays with these Hellions or with these marines, these roaches are just gonna annihilate them. Maybe with some upgrades they can come through, but not that great. Got about 7 roaches on the field. Yep, 7 roaches on the field, so it doesn't look like it's an all-in. We would have seen it by now. 61 drones. Wow, Nerchio's just ability to macro is insane. We're 9 minutes in, and he's already up to 63 drones. That's insane. Next to the 41 of the Terran. So Terran's gonna have to do some catching up. Medevac's coming out, as well as an evolution chamber. Sorry, 2 evolution chambers. Zerg's gonna be working on those upgrades. A lot of Hellions, which I kind of don't like, especially with all the roaches on the field. Marine's gonna just pick out the expansion or the third, so he can easily take that. No siege tanks coming out. Siege mode is just finishing up. Couple of medevacs are out, and looks like he's going to push into this mid with just marines. Big following of Hellions and 2 medevacs coming out. Gonna apply some early pressure, which I think Nerchio is going to be okay with this. Yeah, the Zerglings will go, but those roaches are pretty beefy, and a lot of them are coming in for reinforcements. And TslPolt realizes this and is just going to back away slowly. No speed yet? Yeah, he does have rapid regeneration. There goes. And he's going to go in the middle. Oh, those Marines are starting to work away on the roaches. 1-1 is done for the Marines. They stem in. And it looks like they are able to pick that up, make their stand. So they're going to push in with this. And Nerchio is responding by making Banelings, because why not? TslPolt's just able to macro on the back of this. Able to take his third out. Some Zerglings coming in for a counterattack. Let's see how much damage he can do. Oh, and with the pick. Not a single man left behind. So those Banelings are going to go. And it looks like Nerchio is coming in for the counterattack. Zerglings are going to be able to get there before the medevac. So we'll see how that goes. He should be able to ward this off. Roaches are a little bit late, and all those Zerglings are going to go down. Maybe pick off. Oh, looks like they're going to go do run by. Lifts it up the slide. He was just in time. All those Zerglings do go down. Polt is able to take the expansion. Baneling's going to scurry away home. 1-1 is done for the Zerg. So those roaches are going to be a lot beefier, taking down those rocks so he can have easy access to the third. That's the great thing about Antigua's shipyard is you have a lot of different avenues of attack. You have the square, depending on where the oh, looks like Nerchio's going for, well, what was the gold. Expansion is now just a regular expansion and double expanding. Wow. So he's really hoping to get into the macro game. And that's basically what you have to do. And with this just a normal command, that it's very, very vulnerable. Let's pop that siege tank just sent there. Spire on the way, so might transition to Mutalisk or just go straight into Brood Lords. Looks like he's going up for a huge counter. +2 is quite a ways away. +2 for the +2 for the Terran is just finishing up, as well as +1 weapons. So a big marine tank mixture. Really making a stand up at the front. And Zerg's just starting to power up into the middle. 189 to 153. The Zerg's about to get maxed out. +3 weapons and armor are just started, as well as a sensor tower to see where everything is. Looks like he's going to be building his command center in his third. Probably going to lift off and take it over here, just because this expansion is not as vulnerable. But again, the Terran, in order to defend this, he's going to have to walk all the way through here into the Zerg's, what is this, 5th? It looks like a big engagement. All those siege tanks are not sieged. If he goes in, sieges the siege tanks. And the Zerg's just trying to posture, get in a good position. He's gonna try and get into the center. And he's probably gonna flank for his side, or maybe even do a run by. Yep, he's gonna do a run by, trying to get that done. Surrounded the Zerg, surrounded the Marines. Fungal's going off from the infestors. Baneling's coming in, and no siege tank support. A couple in the front back here, but looks like he's just able to hold on. Will the infestors get away? Oh, Roach is just able to clean it out, just barely. Siege tank in the back can be able to help out with that. And all the infestors go down. Nerchio lost a lot in that engagement. You see 9 corruptors coming out, so it looks like the Great Aspire's just done. So he's going to transition to Broodlord Zergling mixture. 2-1 is done for the Zerglings. +3 is just on his way for the Terran. A lot of those siege tanks are going to go down. This could wind up kind of badly. The Terran does not have Ghosts. He does not have Vikings for those Broodlords. So we'll see how it goes. Probably going to siege up on the high ground, take out this expansion over here. Drone's already on their way down. And command center is just finishing up. Looks like he's going to take his own. So this is where it gets really dicey on this map, because both of these expansions are really vulnerable. Zergling's trying to come in for a counterattack. Gonna pick off those Marines and the Marauder. Nobody's here to help defend. Marines coming back to clean it all up. And another counterattack from the Zerg. Gonna try and do a run by. We'll see how that goes. Oh, what's he going for? Okay, he's gonna be going for the Expo SCV line straight in there. Again, easily cleaned up, and Zerg successfully pulling him back with those Broodlords. No upgrades on the Broodlords, but these Marines are 3-3. Infestors, oh, big Fungal going down. Those siege tanks are not sieged up. +3 weapons are just on the way. 2 Vikings on the way, and this might be too little too late. Got a couple Corruptors out. And the Zerg has successfully pushed the Terran back. Nerchio's just got those. Got a couple of Broodlords. Here we go. Oh, Broodlings just eating away at the siege tanks. You see Thors. Where are the Vikings? Vikings are out. And unfortunately, those Corruptors are just going to be able to eat away from the Vikings. Some nice micro coming on. Yeah, a couple of Banelings coming in. It looks like this is going to be the final blow to TslPolt. A couple of Thors are out. No upgrades on those Vikings. No upgrades on the Corruptors either. But here we go. Big Fungal's going off. Zergling's just melting away at the Marines. Some nice micro from TslPolt. Baneling's landing some big hits, but these Broodlords are just eating away at everything. If he is able to reinforce with more Zerglings, but unfortunately TslPolt is just not capable of this. He might just be able to hold down. He was able to get out of these Broodlords, a couple more being morphed in. Corruptors kind of melting away. More Broodlords coming in. And going to be able to push those Broodlords away. Oh, look at that. That was beautiful micro from TslPolt. And just going to retreat back to the center position. Morph in some more Broodlords. But right now, both players are kind of, the Terran at least is pretty much starving for money. Is able to get this planetary fortress up. Had to cancel those Broodlords. Wasn't able to get them. Those Infestors are probably going to go down. No energy left on them. We're retaking this expansion. And the Zerg is just about mined out on his natural. He's got plenty of minerals on his third. Still a lot of mining going on his fourth, so he's fine for minerals. More counterattacks with the Zerglings coming in. Terran is just not able to mine from this base. There we go. So Planetary Fortress is going to ward off any Zergling coming in for and attacking the SCV line. Looks like we see another Thor coming out. More Marines, +1 ship weapons on the way. Terran building armor. This is how you know you get into a late game when both of these are gone, or both of the upgrades are gone on the engineering bay, and you end up getting building armor. A couple SCVs just repairing up. Was forced to cancel the expo over here. And we see each player just macroing up again. +3 weapons or vehicle weapons is done for the mech army. Plus no more upgrades on the no more upgrades on the Zerglings, and it looks like they found the secret expo. Will they be able to take it out? Oh, just barely able to lift it off. Marines will be able to clean that up, and he was forced to cancel this. And ArchNerchio just says, I don't know how, but GG. Yeah, he was starting to run out. He just wasn't ahead on upgrades. He had a way bigger TslPolt had a way bigger army, just of everything: siege tanks, Vikings, Thors, fully upgraded Marines. So it was just too little, too late from ArchNerchio. So that's game one. I'll see you back here for game